Sagittarius, hi, welcome to my channel. Adrian here. This is a love reading for you. I'm not going to put a date on the specific one, so whenever you see it, let's just affirm that it's the right time for you to see it, okay? So, let's just see where this goes, all right? I'm a little trippy. I haven't actually done a live video showing my face in a while, but I'm back, and that's how we're going to roll from here onwards, Sagittarius. So we're going to look in your space. We're going to look at your current space. We're going to look at where you currently are. What is the current situation that you have going on with love? And we've got healing the heart. And then we're going to look at also what are sort of the challenges that you have at the moment, things that you maybe need to work at, things that could be blocking your prosperity and that sort of things. And for that one, we've got beyond the ordinary. And then we're going to look at what is the potential outcome for your reading. Also, the person that you are dealing with, and it says opening to discovery over there for you. Before we're going to do anything, Sagittarius, we are first going to just draw you a card here from the universe, just to see what general message we have for you, okay? Also, if you feel that either the reading doesn't fully resonate, or maybe you just want to have some more sort of guidance for your reading as well. This is in my phone, so I'm going to have to plug it in. Otherwise, you're going to lose me. Look at your moon reading, because it's your emotions, or maybe look at your Venus for love. Now, even look at your Mars placement, because that is all about your communication, and when I say communication, I know that obviously your Gemini is sort of like more in your communication, but this is sort of like if there has been any sort of conflict or anything like that, how that can actually be resolved for you. You know what I'm saying? So you can look at those placements, and if you don't know what those placements are, there's a link in the description down below that actually explains those things to you. Okay. Also, when I'm done with these, I'm going to do some twin flame readings, and then I'm going to do new love readings first, and then I'm going to do twin flame ones. I also already did a September one for you, so you can check that out for you if you'd like. And if you want to know when all those readings are coming out, then you can just subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you know when everything's coming out. I do plan on starting to upload sort of like a meditation series in a little bit. I have been doing meditation for 30 years now. I started when I was 9, and I'm now 39. So I think it's more sort of like maybe 38 and a half, but potato. To those of you that really do like the channel, I really do appreciate it, because that helps my channel to grow. Thank you for your donations. And please remember that this is a general reading. And look at what we're starting off with, Sagittarius. It says, turn on your love light. Amazing stuff. It's time to turn on your love light. It's time to shine. It's time to step into your light. Okay, so there's a lot of things that happen in the world sometimes, especially where we are at the moment, and things can be very challenging actually. And there can be that space where, little bit by little bit, and we don't even always realize it, Sagittarius, you can sort of start to almost dim yourself down a little bit, until one day you stand down there and you look way up on top, from rock bottom, and you can't even understand how you got here. So remember, this is a general reading, but you are encouraged to turn on your love light. You're encouraged to turn on your shine and your beauty, Sagittarius, and the potential of who you can be and who you could become. I feel for quite a number of you, you might either be in a connection where, say maybe, when you're in a connection with someone else, you speak about compromise, and obviously those are actual things that you want to do, because it's a give and take. I mean, that's how relationships work. But for some of you, it's almost like, sometimes we can get into a space where you almost sort of become what somebody else expects you to be, or tell you what you should be. And, the time for that has most certainly come to an end, okay? For those of you that are single, and this is what I'm picking up even more, for a lot of you, there is that space, or you're with someone, and, it's not like sort of like the most wonderful sort of situation, but you're just rolling with it. But I feel that for many of you, there is a space of maybe a period where you were on your own, where you weren't with someone, and where you even started to feel, I get almost like Sagittarius, that you were in a space of, maybe you're never going to be with anyone, maybe you're never going to find love, maybe this is just how your life is going to be, in a sense of maybe having given up, all those type of feelings could be present. And I feel that for many of you, it's almost like you got to a space where you would have said that you've experienced a lot of hurt and you've experienced a lot of pain and disappointments, and you're just not going to do that anymore. So you're just going to be on your own, and it's just going to be fine, and you don't care. And that will be perfectly fine if you actually didn't care. But I feel that for some of you, you do actually care, and it's time for you to turn on that love light. All right, we're going to see what it says at the back of the card. It says, sometimes the best way to remain sane is to love like crazy. Works for me, the universe. All right. And, where we are at the moment, the world is so heavy. I remember 2 days ago, I went to the store. 3 days ago, I went to the store, and it was such an overwhelming experience for me because it seemed like the world is even more unkind at the moment than in many ways, like it was before. But, sometimes if we are in a space where we don't feel the light and we don't experience the light, maybe you are here to bring the light. And this is what you are being encouraged at the moment to do, Sagittarius, is to bring the light, okay? Because you are a bearer of the light. And that beautiful thing that you have, that beautiful nature that you have, Sagittarius, of let's just give this a try, let's just go and let's go see and let's see how it's going to work. I feel the world really needs that at the moment, because there's a space of everybody sort of like putting themselves in this little box, in this cocoon, and nobody's really, wanting to live too much and express themselves too much, because what if it sort of trips other people up? Shine, baby. Shine, 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 shine. Ka-ching. Okay, now looking at your current space and looking at where you are, and this fits in perfectly with the overall message that we've got over here as well, because it speaks about healing the heart. And so you are being encouraged to heal your heart at the moment, to shine, to let your light shine, to be who you are, to be that beautiful person who you are, to bring your magic to the world, because the world is needing your magic right now. Okay. So there is an encouragement at the moment to be kind to yourself, to be patient with yourself, to just maybe spend some time and ask yourself, if you are in a space where you don't feel, all that happy and sort of like light and all those sort of things. Maybe I should have switched on the light. But it's okay, I'll do it next time. But if you are in a space where you are feeling hurt at the moment and you are feeling broken, and maybe it's very difficult for you to admit that, because admitting that is almost like admitting to weakness, and I can understand how you can maybe feel that way. My rising sign is in Sagittarius, so I do get that, and I do get with that new beginnings. Sometimes people think that Sagittarius just go, 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 go. Whatever comes in their mind, they're just gonna go and do it. But it's not really 100% true. I mean, we know that. You know what I'm saying? So spend some time healing your heart, doing that introspection, showing that kindness to the self. Because the thing is, even if you want to give to others, and even if it's not in the sense of love, but just in life, if you want to give to others, it only really works beneficially when you give from a full cup. And for some of you, your cup is like there's only so much left in the cup, and the cup is this big. You know what I'm saying? We're going to clarify that for you, but the challenge for you at the moment, or the guidance for you from the universe at the moment, it says beyond the ordinary. And what this card is speaking about, Sagittarius, this card is encouraging you to open yourself to the idea that there's more available for you in this world, that there's bigger and broader and more bold available for you in this world. Sometimes as human beings, we are in the space where we sort of don't want to reach all that high, because we sort of have an idea of our standard and of our worth and of our value and of where we are and who we are. And we don't sort of open ourselves to, maybe that sexy person would actually like to be with me. We don't sort of allow ourselves to think like that sometimes. And you are being encouraged at this particular point in time. As you are busy healing your heart, you are also being encouraged to really give it some thought over here, Sagittarius. If maybe you haven't been as kind to yourself as would have maybe served you in the best possible way, maybe, it's time to just open yourself to the idea that there's this big, beautiful, gorgeous, incredible love, happiness, joy, soulmate, twin flame, partner that's available for you, and that it's not a space where you have to sort of sacrifice who you are, what it is that you prefer, who it is that you'd want to be, but you can actually just completely be fully you, even more you than you are at the moment, and that you can be with someone that celebrates that and wants that and encourages that, and that sort of supports that, and you do it for each other. Because I feel this is a space where for many of you, Sagittarius, there is a bit of a space of okay, I can do this, and but, but it doesn't have to be that way, because I feel this beautiful shine that's available for you, but the universe can only offer it to you, but it can't make you take it. There's somebody available here for you. There's a connection available here for you that wants you to be all the units that you are. There is a connection here that's available for you, that sort of wants you to be that whole huge version of you with your love light completely turned on. You know what I'm saying? So this is why you are being encouraged to heal the heart at the moment, because I feel that for you there's a person here that they want you in your allness. They want you at 100%. Okay, and that is why you're being encouraged to do that, because as you do, and as you set your sights, I wouldn't even say higher, as you set your sights to what it is that you deserve, your worth, your value, that is how you yourself become a magnet to attract all of that which you are actually worthy of, and that you've always been worthy of, and I wouldn't even say that it's just a now thing. I wouldn't say just because it's a pandemic and all of those type of things. I think that there's a way that people are forgetting a little bit that the world was never that kind to start with. There was always unkindness going about, and for generations we have been taught that you can't shine that bright, you can't be all of who you are, you can't have all that you want, and if you can get a fraction of what your heart desires, you have to work so hard for it, you have to almost sacrifice your soul for it. But that ain't true. That ain't true. And look at the outcome for you and the person that you are dealing with, opening to discovery. This is a whole new world that's available for you. This is a whole new flow that's available for you. I love the fact that there's a key there for the door, because the smaller key opens the big door. So it's a small decision, or the smaller decision that you make. And, I know that when it comes to healing the self and healing the heart, it can be very challenging. It can be very overwhelming. But this is a space, Sagittarius, that encourages you to take that small step. And sometimes, and this is something that I've been following in my life for a very long time. It's something that I once heard, actually more than once heard Oprah Winfrey say, and I've been following that even if you don't know what to do, just take the next logical step, and then the next logical step, and then the next logical step. And this could even be small steps, in a sense that, say, for example, let's say you really like coffee, but then you have your coffee and you're on the run because you need to do this and you need to do that. Chillax. Even if you just take those first 2 sips, and you really enjoy it and you just feel it, that is a way of showing love to yourself. That is a way you start healing the heart. Okay, so we're going to start clarifying, and we're going to clarify this. Turn on your love light, that overall energy there for you. We're also going to finish off with a message from the universe. And if you want to have a personal reading, my details are down below. For the month of September, I'm running a special 350 rands or $25, and that is for a 30-minute reading, okay, which I sent you a link to. Oh my goodness, yay! So exciting. Okay, so remember, we're looking at the turn of your love light. Look at what the universe is offering you. Look at the reason why you are being encouraged to turn on your love light. The reason why you're being encouraged to have hope. The reason why you're being encouraged to open yourself to the idea that there can be more that follows for you. Because you got the Sun card first, and then you got the Death card after that. So, first of all, as you start opening your heart, as you start opening who you are, there's this beautiful light of yours that want to shine through. There's this truth of who you are that want to shine through. There's beautiful promise that want to shine through. There are blessings, there are miracles, there's that divine love. When we speak about that love that just sort of like surpasses all sort of like, almost like understanding really, that beautiful love that just lights up your heart, that just lights up your soul, that just lights up your being, that, and I know that obviously, when we speak of, say, more, and especially in the more sort of like spiritual community, everybody's going to say, like, it's almost like one shouldn't go for love, because if you go for love, you should love yourself first, which I fully agree with. But, you should be able to be with yourself. And if you're still in a space where you feel that you can't be on your own and you really want to be with someone and you feel a little bit flippity-floppity about that, it's almost like it's this huge ass problem. But the simple truth of the matter is that we as human beings, we are an expression of love. We are an expression of the universal, sort of like flow of love. And when we are with someone and when we are in a beautiful connection, it just sort of takes us to that next level. That is just how being human works. And for you, the reason why you are being encouraged at the moment, Sagittarius, to open yourself to all the beauty that your life can become is because all your heart's desires, when it comes to love, when it comes to a relationship, when it comes to feeling that inner fulfillment that just makes your heart smile, all of that is available to you right now. Okay, but remember, the universe can't make you, and here's the wonderful thing that is coming towards you. So even though you're getting this divine, beautiful, incredible, fantastic sort of coupling that's happening over here, which is so amazing for you, Sagittarius, it also takes you to that next level. There is some release here that is ready for you, that next level in life. So say maybe you are stuck in your career at the moment, or you feel stuck at where you are, and I think this is something that we also want to guess sometimes. In the same way, somebody can feel stuck, for example, in a smaller place in the world, in a country like sort of setting or anything like that. In that same token, you can feel stuck in the biggest city in the world. You can be living in New York and feel completely stuck and feeling completely alone. But for those of you that are having those experiences, there is such wonderful beauty that's available. And this love that is available for you is what is opening those portals for you. So the things that you are stuck at in your life, because being stuck is usually, it's limiting thoughts and beliefs within us. But love has this wonderful way of almost like cleaning the slate for us. And that is what's available for you, a beautiful, clean slate. Okay, that is what is available for you at the moment, Sagittarius. And if you're going to go for that, I see you not being disappointed over your decision in the slightest. Beautiful stuff. Okay, so let's look at your current space, and this also represents you, and we're looking at this healing the heart space. Okay, current situation, you at the moment. And you've got the Chariot and you've got the Queen of Voices. The Chariot is that beautiful Cancer energy. But also we've got the Queen of Voices over here. So this is a space, once again, as you start healing the heart, things that you want to look at. And this is sometimes things that a lot of us don't want to look at, Sagittarius. You want to look at what are your light sides? Because I feel for some of you, you're sort of like pushing your own light sides down. So what are your light sides? What are the things that you are doing well? What are the things that you are already vibrant at? What are the things that you are shining at? What are the things that you are great at? All of those things. Those are things that you're already doing well. And those are things that you want to acknowledge within yourself and maintain within yourself, because those are very prosperous keys for you for moving forward in this world. You know what I'm saying? In all sort of areas. But on the other end of it, there is also, you also want to look at maybe your darker side. You want to look at your shadow side. You want to do that inner child healing. You want to look at your own patterns, and you want to look at them very, very honestly. So what is your light side and what is your dark side? And as you sort of give, I would say, equal attention to both and equal love to both. So you're giving gratitude to yourself for the things that you're already doing well, but you're also acknowledging that there are certain things that you still need to do instead about the business of doing those things. That is all about balance, because now you are giving equal energy. You're giving yourself the honor that you deserve, but you're also understanding that, you know, as everybody on this planet, you are the masterpiece becoming, and you also are the masterpiece already. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful space of moving forward. And there with the Queen of Voices, which is the Queen of Swords, the I will tell you this, Sagittarius, looking at your dark sides, looking at maybe your relationships that you had in the past and saying, okay, so it didn't work out. This is what that person did. I really didn't appreciate that. But how did I contribute to that? And when you look at how you contributed to something, you want to look a little bit deeper, because this is not about a blame game. It's not about blaming them, and it's not about blaming you. You know, this is that space where we have the willingness to openly look and to get an understanding for how is it that you have contributed to something. But that means looking at your deeper side, looking at your shadow side, because the way that we contribute to a situation that we don't like, you know, we don't sort of go consciously into it and say, okay, well, here's a person that maybe I can have a relationship with you, and let's just see how we can mess things up. Let's see how I can mess it up for me. Let me see how we can mess it up for them. You know, I really like them. I think they're so amazing. And because they're so amazing, I don't think they should last. So let me see how I can actually screw them over. I mean, nobody really goes into a connection like that, you know. But we have subconscious beliefs about ourselves, subconscious patterning that has usually come from generation to generation. And that is why I am so passionate about being a regression hypnosis practitioner, because in regression hypnosis, we look at those patterns that are not working for you, those deeper patterns within you that is causing conflict in your life and is causing unhappiness and sadness, and then releasing those so that your life can positively move forward. And it's about those deeper patterns that you are not, that you're not aware of, that I'm referring to healing over here. And you can even just have the willingness to within yourself, say, and this is all about being kind to yourself, because you can't exactly sort of like get rid of unkindness that you're not even sure what this unkindness is with more unkindness. So, what I would recommend is, placing your hand on your heart, taking a nice deep breath and say, well, there might be patterns inside of me that are not serving me in the best positive way. I am willing to understand what those patterns are. I am willing to understand what it is that I need to work on. I am willing to open myself to the teacher to appear that is going to help me going forward. Because remember that the world that we're experiencing is projected from our own subconscious mind. And the reason why the teacher appears at the right time is because we are actually the one that is manifesting the teacher. So when you are ready, that is when you are manifesting the person. That is when you are calling it forth. Be it a person, be it a program, be it a course, be it whatever it is. Okay. Speaking of courses, if any of you are interested in learning to read the tarot for yourself, have a look in the description. There's a link for my detailed online tarot reading course. You can have a look at that if you want to. You get to look at like the first 5 videos first for free to decide if it is actually a course for you or not. Okay. I am also in the process of developing my psychic development course. There has been a few glitches that I just need to work through. As soon as that is all sorted out, smooth sailing. Okay, now let's look at beyond the ordinary, which is your challenges and your, maybe the things that might be blocking things here for you, Sagittarius. So we've got the 10 of emotions, which is the 10 of cups, and then we've also got the magician card there for you. So this is really quite incredible, because this is speaking about the fullness of what it is that your heart desires, the fullness of what it is that you'd like to experience, the fullness of what it is that you'd like to feel in a connection. And here with Beyond the Ordinary, that is what you are being encouraged, Sagittarius, to open your heart to. You are being encouraged by the universe to set your sights higher, to open yourself to more, to dream bigger, because there's more available. I feel for some of you, you might be in a space where you may have experienced so many disappointments, and I feel especially interesting that I feel for most of you, especially the last two disappointments that you had, they may have been so profound that you were starting to think to yourself, well, maybe I'm unreasonable to myself. Maybe I shouldn't dream so big. Maybe the reason why I'm unhappy in my life is because, I always want more, and, I'm never sort of happy, and maybe everybody was right. I always just want to go over and above. And there's a little bit of a space there, almost feeling like justifying yourself into settling for less. No, 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 no. That is the last thing in the world that I would ever encourage you to do, okay? Because look at this. The magician here, there's beauty available here. That love that you desire, that connection that you desire, that beautiful space of being with someone that you desire, that is available for you at the moment. So you are being encouraged, Sagittarius, to really set your sights on exactly what it is that you want to have. Okay, you may not know how it's going to come about, but that's okay, because that's the universe's job. But at the moment that you can open yourself and say, this is what I want to have, this is what I want to experience, this is how I'd like to experience it, this is what I'm open to, this is the love that I wanted. What is the love you dreamed of when you were a child? What is the love that you dream of when, remember those times when your heart was breaking? And when our heart breaks, there is sometimes when you get the most honest conversation out of someone, because then you start to feel, oh, maybe I'm never going to find love. I thought this, I thought that, I thought this, I thought that, I thought this, and I thought that. And that's usually when you start to see what are the disappointments that you are having. And what are the thoughts that you had that last time when you were sitting with yourself, when you were crying, when you were feeling horrible, when you were falling apart? What were your biggest regrets? Was it just the relationship that you lost, or is it the dream that you lost? And what is the dream that you lost? Because when you look at the dream that you lost, the things that you are mostly disappointed by, that really gives you the true indication of what it is that you'd like to have. And when you can start focusing on what it is that you want to have, maybe make 10 bullet points for, ideally, if you could just, take a magic wand and just do that and get exactly what it is that you want to have, what would that be? Because you're in a space where that can be created for you, that perfect love. There is no need to settle here. When I mean no need to settle. In actual fact, you are directly discouraged by the universe to settle at this particular point in time. Okay. Now let's look at your potential outcome. We're looking at this opening to discovery. What do we got for you? So you got the Ace of Emotions. So this is divine breakthrough. And the Six of Inspiration, which is the Six of Wands, which is that, remember that winning energy? Everybody was always like, yeah, I got Six of Wands, I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna survive, it's gonna be beautiful. So there's a divine intervention that's happening over here. This is suddenly meeting the one. Okay, so now remember, because sometimes people only want to hear some part of the reading. You are being encouraged to do that healing. You are being encouraged to view yourself in a bigger light. You are being encouraged to open yourself to the idea that there's more available to you, more beauty available to you, more kindness available to you. You are being encouraged for all of that. You are being encouraged to set your sights higher, to see yourself in a greater light, to show yourself greater respect, basically, because you deserve more. So you encourage, the last thing in the world is that you're encouraged to settle here. No need to settle. Okay, because settling is going to bring you back to where you were before. It's just going to be one big circle, and every time it's worse than it was before. But if you are willing to set your sights higher, this might take quite a bit of bravery here for some of you. I get that. I feel there might be quite a bit of anxiety over here for you. But if you can do that, this is the promise that life gives you. Ace of Emotions, Ace of Cups, divine intervention, meeting the one, the perfect one. And the connection being so much better than you ever could have imagined. Okay, Let's just get you a final message there from the universe, Sagittarius. And if you enjoy the reading, if it resonates with you, I'd really appreciate you liking the video. Remember to also subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, so you know when those readings for you are coming up next. Let's just move this. Get your final message from the universe. More sixes. So you've got the Six of Pentacles, then you've got the Knight of Wands, and you've got the Three of Swords. Okay, so if you can change your mind about what it is that you deserve, Sagittarius, if you can just, and I mean that has been sort of like the theme throughout your reading, but if you can open your mind to what it is that you deserve and your real value and your real worth, you can paint a whole new picture, a whole new bright, beautiful picture for yourself from within your heart, from within your emotions. So what you feel on the inside can start to unfold on the outside in love, but also in everything else that you love and that you appreciate in this world. You know, even if maybe, you know, say maybe you wanted to live somewhere different, or you wanted to travel, or you wanted to maybe start a business or expand something with someone here, put up a house, sell a house and buy a new one, something like that. I feel that you're getting that perfect person coming with you that is in on that plan, but they even take you to that next level. And it's all because your heart is ready. You are ready. Where you are at the moment, you are ready for magical, beautiful, wonderful things. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that incredible? That you haven't actually even seen the best yet. For you, Sagittarius, the best is 100% yet to come. Okay, so thank you for your time, your energy, love, and light, and I'll see you next time.